Hi y'all, it's Amy with Renewing Stitches. How are you doing? It is a time for another Flosstube Extra. This will be a flip through of another vintage magazine. This is the Cross Stitcher, Volume 3, Number 1. This was from October, November of 1985. This is the beginning of the third year of their magazine. So we're going to flip through this, not to be confused with, this is the Cross Stitcher, not to be confused with Cross Stitcher. This one was produced in the States in Mississippi, I believe. Jackson, maybe? And this is British. Both are fun, just different. One is the Cross Stitcher, the other one is Cross Stitcher. Okay? All right. So this is the one we're going to look at. The first, the cover photo is of a sampler, a birth sampler, which in the magazine there is a wedding sampler that is a companion. There's a wedding sampler and a birth sampler for a girl and a birth sampler for a boy. The boy sampler is not in this edition, but I believe that they said it's in the next edition. I think that's right. Or a previous one. It's not in this one. But the wedding and this girl birth sampler are. So this design is by Lisa Matheson. Her company is Lisa of Copenhagen, or was Lisa of Copenhagen. This design is 70 by 130 stitches. And it gives you the finishing instructions on this. Lots of finishing instructions in this one. Very, very good. On the inside cover are two designs by, I can't read backwards, Dixie K. Lloyd. She designed a lot for the Cross Stitcher. So this one's called Little Cross Stitcher and Ginger. 75 by 103 stitches. And then the stocking is 118 by 170. And this is stitched on a, what was it? A vinyl, a straw. That's it. Straw placemat. I wouldn't have thought to even try it stitching on a placemat, but I can see it now. And I guess they fussy cut around it. I doubt it's to hold anything, just a decoration. But, I mean, for smalls, that would be fun. Doing a small on a placemat. Thoughts. Okay. Moving on. This magazine is different than the Just Cross Stitch of 85 in that there are several color pages throughout and there are several articles throughout, but the color pages throughout the magazine show several of the stitches, whereas in the Just Cross Stitch magazine there was like several pages in the middle and then articles and patterns on the outside. So these are scattered. There are articles about the designers. Dixie K. Lloyd is one of them. Vanessa Steele and the Cross Patch Ink. Anybody who designed in here or has a stitch in here has like a spotlight or an article about them. So kind of like what they do today. What else is different? I guess that's it for now until I think of something else that was different. But all right. The Brown Pelican is part of the Brown Pelican Wildlife series. Yes, the Wildlife series. I don't know if I don't have the issue before this, but I have the one after, and there is another one. Another wildlife, I believe it's a bird, I'll have to check. But it gives a little bit of information about the brown pelican. It's endangered species. Wildlife series. This is by Vanessa Steele. It is 90 by 100 stitches. Oh, sorry. Let me get a little closer. 90 by 100 stitches. And then the My Love to the Sea is designed by Ann Hall. It is 151 by 134. Well, 134 by 151 stitches. This pattern in here is two distinct patterns. You have the sea pattern with the lighthouse and the grassy parts, and then you have the words on another page. They are, I'm going to try to read it from the chart. I can't really read it from here. It's a little blurry, but it'll be either way. It's two separate charts. That's what I'm saying. Two separate charts, and you can choose to stitch them separately or lay one on top of the other, which is what this one does right here. Okay, on the next page, you have the bear collection. It's 81 by 87 stitches, and it's designed by the Stitching Post. And it says, it is, let's see, I can't read that many words. It is with humble hearts that we thank you for our many bountiful blessings, O Lord. Just with a couple of bears. And then the welcome one right here, the welcome pineapple-y one, is by Cross Patch Incorporated. And it's 100 high by 80 across. I can see this one maybe changing instead of up and down. Maybe do the pineapples all the way across on top and bottom. I think that'd be cute. And maybe get, it says we welcome you, but maybe I don't know. I may just do the welcome and then do a row of pineapples on top or a row of pineapples on bottom. I'm not sure, but I want to do that one. It would be cute in the dough bowl in the kitchen. And then down here is the teddy bear. It's called Raggedy Teddy, and it's by Vanessa Steele. And it is 130 by 110 stitches. And it says, it sits on a shelf, dusty and torn. It was my first gift when I was born. It comforted me with secure care, my raggedy, raggedy old teddy bear. That's a cute little thing. And then the one next to it is the best things in life are chocolate and ... And then the little kiss over here goes with it. They're designed by Green Creek Stitch It Studios. The little kiss here, the small is 18 by 21, and then this one is 90 by 48. So, oops. I'm going to try to keep it out here so that y'all don't hear the turning of the pages as much. We'll see. I'll turn real slowly. Maybe it won't go. Okay. Next to the table of contents, I love that silhouette. And I wonder if it's been charted. All of these designs are from Dixie. Is that right? Dixie Lloyd? I believe so. Yes. The gift tag is 37 by 61. The card holder, which is what this is, those are there to show that there's a little pocket there. You get the season's greetings and then this bird on a branch. The bird on a branch is 91 by 117 stitches, and they give you instructions on how to create the card holder. Very neat. And then down here, this is the best picture of these ornaments. The only thing in addition to this is the chart. Well, so you have these ornaments, these three tasseled ones. There is instruction. There is instructions? Yes, there is instructions. Words. There is instructions There are instructions. Oh, that doesn't sound right. Anyway, instructions are in this book of how to create these those ornaments. And then there are the charts for the rest of these. The rocking horse, and then these on plastic canvas, and then these angels. You have the face to stitch, and then the instructions on how to create the angel. Was that clear as mud? Words. Okay, so then we have some charts. Charts. Oh, my love to the sea. This is what it says. That one there. My love to the sea. And I have to read it from the chart, so it's a little, all the lines. Caught up in a whirl of daydreams on a cliff overlooking the sea, in all its glorious splendor, it's calling, come to me. The waves are constantly rolling like silvery lustrous flame, while the soft wind teases and clings, whispering to make your heart tame. This feeling of freedom, of solitude, seems endless to all time, as the hypnotic arms of the ocean reaches, caressing my mind. God made this wonder, this beauty, this mystery of the sea, sparkling mirror of the heavens, forever flowing toward me. That's pretty. Hard to read in just the chart, but it's pretty. Okay. The first article is about, that isn't about the designer, is about Turrentine's Needlecraft in Houston. And I Googled it a quick search and saw that it says Turrentine's Needlecraft, but then it refers you to Nancy's Knits. So I don't know if it's still there. I think Nancy's Knits had a Facebook page, I believe. It was just a quick search. Anyway, so Turrentine's Needlecraft had several needlecraft. What am I trying to say? It was for a variety of needlecrafting. So knitting and crocheting. So it had yarn and the needles and all the things you need for that. And then it also had they had classes for crewel work and something called, is it Bargello? I believe Bargello. And I had to, Bargello. And I had to look that up because I'd never heard of it. I've heard of crewel work. Bargello looks like a tapestry design. Maybe it's either on plastic or a thicker cloth, Aida maybe, or maybe thicker. Anyway, it's geographic designs with bright colors. Kind of reminds me of tile, some tile, or maybe the design kind of reminds me of Native American design, geographic layouts, the angles and the, what do you call that? It looks like a herringbone. Anyway, very interesting. I had not heard of Bargello as a needlework, so very interesting. Anyway, it talks about how he came to have a needlework shop and what he did before that. So that, it was very interesting. I'll say that again. Then the next section is about EasyGraph. It is a, I don't know if it's called that now. I haven't looked. It's the waste canvas, except it dissolves. So instead of pulling the canvas out, thread by thread, it dissolves. I think, Running Stitcher? I think he has stitched on sweatshirts using it and then dissolved it. So I'm not sure if it's called, I should have Googled that, but I didn't. But it gives instructions on how to, once you're done, how to get it on there, and then once you're done, how to get it dissolved. So we have patterns, and then spotlights on the designers throughout. and different stitches. Okay, lots of patterns here. Sorry, trying to get through them so I can get to the color part. I don't want to skip any of the color pictures, photographs. Okay, the next chart in here is I believe this is a Yorkie. Is that right? It doesn't say what it is, but I think it's a Yorkie. It's approximately 100 stitches by 60 across by 100 tall. It's done by a stitch in time. So sweet. And then the next page, there's these cowboy clowns. Cowboy and Cowgirl Clowns by Vanessa Steele, 80 across, yes, by 70 high. And then Let Us Give Thanks. This is also on a placemat, as you can tell. Let Us Give Thanks by Dixie Lloyd. That is 53 high by 149 across. And then the Pegasus is by Vanessa Steele. And upcoming is a unicorn design. The Pegasus is 96 by 102. Okay, those are in here. And the next one is called A Needle's Praise, I believe. No, the sampler is by A Needle's Praise. Where is that? Let me see if I can find it. I didn't write down the dimensions. Hang on. Here it is. Needle's Praise. It is... It just says the design size. Now, there were several charts in here that had the stitches, the stitched piece size in stitches, the stitch count. That's the word, the stitch count. But several didn't, so I have to approximate. So this is approximately 90 by 108, 107 Needle's Praise. And if you remember this, I think I showed this in my first Flosstube as one of the possibilities. I can't remember, but I do want to stitch that. Lighten up the fabric. Well, maybe. I don't know. The print is pretty. And then, let's see here. And then we got the big charts in the middle, which I'll get to in a minute. The big fold-out charts. The next color photograph is from Orange Blossom Publications. It's called A Joyful Day. Reminds me of the book that says the opposite. This says it's going to be a joyful, wonderful, trying to read backwards, wonderful, marvelous, very good day. And there's a children's book that is, it's going to be a no good, awful, terrible, no good. Anyway, this is the opposite of that. Joyful Day is 52 by 80 stitches. 52 across by 80 high. And it's by Orange Blossom Publications. And then one of the designs in the middle, one of the fold-outs, is this. This entire thing is backstitch. Except for the, I mean, this is really neat. All backstitch, I believe. Yep. All backstitch. It's called The Lady, and it's designed by Vanessa Steele. It is 171 stitches across, 268 high. And the pattern is in the middle of the magazine, fold out. The stocking is on the other side, and then there's a sampler that's on the other side of that, the whole piece. And I did not take it out to look. But so on the big sheet, you have, on one side you have Liberty, the lady, Liberty, and then the stocking. And on the back side of the whole sheet is the sampler that's on the back. So the next set of designs. This is by Ann Hall. It's Protect Your Child. You get this balloon, small, and then I guess it's not an announcement, but it's just information about your little one. And the article in here about this is they were having, remember what was the show? Unsolved Mysteries, maybe? But children were being abducted, and so they created this cross-stitch pattern where you put the fingerprints and the picture of the child and information about the child. So, very thoughtful. And this picture, it's hard to see, but you get the pattern for how to do trim work on a blouse. And it's using the Easy Graph. And it's not very big. It's maybe 15 across, and it's just a repeated pattern. Okay. Okay, here's the designs from Lisa of Copenhagen. So the wedding announcement, the birth announcement, and then the boy birth announcement, which is, what does it say? It's not in this issue. Does it say which issue? A previous issue. So you get those, or you get these two. And they're roughly the same size, the 70 by 130. And then there's also this, what is it called? Mitten design. It's by Dixie Lloyd, 57 by 57. And it says, "Where are your mittens?" And it has kittens. I think there's a book, a kid's book. Kittens have lost their mittens. And it doesn't give a cutout, but it just, or a size for the mitten would if you wanted to cut it out. But there's instructions. If you're unable to locate a mitten holder in your area, send $9 plus $1.50 for shipping and handling to Cross Stitcher. Another pattern that you get, so tiny, but it's so cute for a small, it's called Sewing Needs, and it's 40 by 40 from Creative Keepsakes. Got scissors and needle and thread, thimble. Oh, and I forgot. Also, on the bottom of this is a bib. You make a bib out of a dish towel and then put a little design there. It's 11 by 134, 11 stitches high, 134 across, and it gives you instructions on how to create a bib from a dish towel. And my mom did that. She, when the boys were little, you just kind of cut out the hole for the neck and then do a strip down the back and maybe Velcro in the back. This one looks like it has a knitted neckline, which would be fine too. Okay, so the birth announcement, Pegasus, the ornaments, chickadee greeting, what else here? Nope. Oh, yes, that's right. There's a spot, there's a feature here. I guess it's regular. I'll have to check the other magazines. It's called Men's Corner. Yeah, it spotlights a male stitcher. This one's from Alabama. There are also recipes and household hints. I wonder if this is a regular feature too. Household and hints and recipes. The recipes are for coconut cake, angel flake biscuits, which is a cross between an yeast bread and a biscuit. Very yummy. Sausage balls and beef stroganoff and bean dip. Those are the recipes. And then the household hints are for how to stretch a meal and how to get ballpoint ink from permanent press material. To remove ballpoint ink from material, first spray the stain with hairspray. Have I heard that before? Let it soak for a couple of hours and then soak it in milk. I don't remember that part. And then launder as usual. I don't think I've ever heard that. I've heard the hairspray, but I don't remember letting it sit in milk. I have to try that if ever we... Oh, here's another... Wow, recipes. High protein salad is from Orange Blossom Publications. They put a recipe in here. Shortbread spool cookies. Well. No, not everybody did a recipe. Okay. And then the last design that there is a picture of is the sampler on the back. It is 160 across by 244. It's called the Susan Bates sampler, and this is the design that's in opposite of the lady in the stocking, in the middle, the big fold-out charts. This Bit of Sunshine, colored by Dixie Lloyd, 1985. Love Makes the World Go Round. Color your world. That border looks fun. That would be an easy border for a card. And those flowers. I mean, that would be just doing this section here on the bottom and do the border top and bottom on top of the flowers. So a tiny sampler would be cute for a dough bowl. That would be cute. Even if you took the border off, that border, the outside border, and did this down, or any section, I mean, let's change colors a little bit. Unless you're doing the rainbow, then you want to keep some of those colors, most of those colors. Anyway, that is the Cross Stitcher magazine. Volume 3, number 1, October, November. Is that what I said? Yes, October, November of 1985. So, a few to stitch in here. That Sampler's Praise. And then maybe the pelican. And then maybe the gift tag. And even that little kiss would be cute. A little chocolate kiss. Yay. That's fun. Okay, I hope y'all enjoyed this flip through. I will be doing another one. I think I'm going to do... No, I didn't pull it out. I was going to pull one. There was a flag. I may look for one that's more springy first before I get right into the patriotic stitching. I do love a good patriotic stitch. You've seen my samplers. Alrighty. Thank y'all for hanging out with me, and thank you for visiting. I hope you enjoy. Let me know if you have any questions on this, and I will get back to you. Let me know in the comments. Until then, I'll see you. Just be watching and stitching with y'all. Y'all have a good day. Happy stitching. See if I can turn this. There we go. Happy stitching.